Hi guys, it's ODA here and welcome back to another video. So in today's video we're going to go strawberry picking, and then I'm going to come back here to where we're staying in order to cook some lovely food with the strawberries. So please stay tuned, but first up, let's go get some strawberries. Okay, so I'm back from the strawberries, back from the farm, and now it's time to cook the food. Okay, so I've just got a new chopping board that I'll be using. That's just one that I got today from Poundland. Great one. This will be the first time trying it though, and then I want to do a full review on that. Then my open nail knife, which I've not really shown before, an amazing piece of kit that I also want to do a review on. So all I'm going to do is cut off the stems, and then I'm just going to grab myself a small dish, also from Poundland. The Poundland outdoor setup is actually really good. Then all I'm going to do is put them in there. So that one's already off. All I'm going to do is cut them off. And I've saved some of these strawberries for presentation at the end, because half of this challenge is the presentation. So I'm going to save some of them for that. Unfortunately, although this chopping board's great, it's not the largest. All I'm going to do is cut these up. And then the plan for what I'm making is a strawberry coulis, or however you pronounce it. Basically, a nice strawberry sauce. But although that might seem quite simple, the thing that's going to set this apart, in my opinion, is a presentation. I'm going to hopefully try really hard on and make look really nice. So there they are. I get some strawberries out, transfer the diced ones over. Okay, so there they all are, and then all I'm going to do is just need to wipe my hands, and then in my outdoors bag I'm just going to grab something that I've shown multiple times before, and I've done a full review on my Pathfinder cup. And all I'm going to do is stick all the diced strawberries in there. Sorry, you can't really see that. Then all I'm going to do is put with the strawberries some water, not too much, but just turn it into a sauce. Don't forget this will all absorb down and evaporate out. And then finally I'm just going to be putting a bit of sugar in to make it a super simple sauce. I was planning on making a jam, but I don't have any jam sugar. Now I don't want to add too much sugar because you can always add more. Just give that a stir. Now I'm about to put that on the barbecue to reduce down and turn into a sauce. There's one more thing I need. So strawberries go great with lemons, so that's what I'm also going to be putting in this sauce. So I'm just rolling it and I'm just going to cut it. So I'm adding some lemon because strawberries are a very sweet fruit. Just going to squeeze it out. And lemons are very sour, as I'm sure you're aware, so they cancel each other out very nicely. So I'm just going to add some of that juice. Not too much because I don't want it too sour, but I can always add more sugar or more sourness. I'm going to cut a nice slice and half it. And then I'm going to chuck that in because we're going to sieve this all in the end. So I don't need to worry if there's too much lemon because it's all going to come out. So there, I'm going to put them on the side because I'll still use them for presentation. But next, just stir up my Pathfinder cup and then I'm going to stick that on the barbecue. So I've just put the cup on the barbecue. I'm going to stir it very regularly. I've just put it on the side to get some indirect heat as well as direct heat, and it's not as fierce. Okay, so the plan for the things in the Pathfinder cup is just to let the mixture reduce down into a sauce. Then we'll strain it, and then we can have some nice juice. But whilst I'm stirring that, all I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare some roll-ups. These are French toast roll-ups that I'm hoping to have with the sauce. Now I don't know how well this will go to plan because this is my first time doing it. But all I'm doing is I'm just cutting the crust off some white bread here, and I don't have a rolling pin, so I'm going to use my chili bottle. That's what you saw me pour the water out of at the start, by the way. One thing that I think goes great with strawberries is, if I can get it out, cream. So this is just some double cream. I don't know how well you can see this. And all I'm going to do is just spread that along the bread so that when it's toasted it will become nice. Hoping to do a full video on how to do this once I've learned, but this is my first ever time. Then all I'm going to do to go with them roll-ups is I'm just going to use my cutting board, cut some more strawberries, and with this I'm actually going to cut them to very thin slices. The other ones I did quite rough. These I'm going to do a bit more exact. What I'm going to do is lay them on nicely like that. They look lovely. Then all I'm going to do is roll them up. I'm going to remove them few, in fact, and then look at that. Just squish it down a bit, make some scores with my knife, and put it on my board, on my plate, and then I'm going to make a couple more of them, and then I'm going to cook them and hopefully have them with the sauce. So there are all the kind of like cream tea roll-ups. I think the first one I did, which is that one, I think was the best, but they all look pretty good considering they're my first time, and I've learnt a lot. For instance, roll the bread really thin and don't add too many strawberries. But I think they look okay, ready to put on the barbecue. Okay, so the mixture is reducing down quite nicely on the barbecue. I'll just give it a bit longer and then we can strain it and turn it into a proper sauce. But now it's time to get started on the roll-ups. Okay, so here are the roll-ups. I've just added some sugar on top of them so that they brown a bit nicely, because that's what I want. And then all I'm going to do is use my frying pan here to fry them in a minute. The frying pan's just my OEX one, which came in my OEX cook set that I use a lot. Just put them. In fact, that's the first one, and it feels the best out of all of them. But there, just spread them out, and then I need to add some butter to help it brown, and then I'll put these on the barbecue. Okay, so the stuff in the Pathfinder cup is done now, I think, ready to strain, as I keep on saying, to get all the little bits out. And this is the reason why I use the Pathfinder cup. If you saw my review on it, you'll know that there's holes in the lid which can work as a colander. All I'm going to do is pour it through there, holding on to the lid so it doesn't fall off. Just get all the juices out, and not all the big pieces of strawberry and lemon. Okay, so firstly, the French toast here on the barbecue's doing really well in my opinion. It's browning up and getting a golden colour, which looks lovely. And then in terms of the juices that I've strained through from all the strawberries and lemons, I've now put them in another pot with some more sugar, so hopefully they can turn from less of a liquid and more into a thick sauce / syrup. They're getting along great. Okay, so the toast rollups are just about to come off, and I'm about to put them on this plate. But just before I do, remember this challenge is also about presentation. So I'm going to leave a line of sugar through the middle of the plate. I don't know how well this will look. So here's the toast. In my opinion, it looks really good. It's a nice golden brown colour, like it should do. And all I'm going to do is going to lay them across the sugar. 1, 2, and the third one I might lay on top. They don't really look as good as I've seen online, but I've never seen them done online on a barbecue, so like that. And then all I'm going to do now is grab some lemons and some more strawberries, and I'm just going to present it whilst I'm waiting for my sauce. So here is the dish before the sauce. I'm waiting for the sauce to go on just to finish it off. Here is the sauce. It's not really thickened up as good as I would have hoped. Don't know whether you can see that, but you'll see it when I pour it. But I'm getting a bit impatient, and I don't want the roll-ups to get cold, so all I'm going to do is spoon this over the top. Ideally, I would use a squeeze bottle to get it out, but I don't have one. I thought this would show the lines, but even if it just tastes the dish, that will be lovely. Just plate it around the edge. All I'm going to do is then get my sugar and just do a bit more to make it look quite good. And then in that open space, I'm just going to get some of this leftovers from the mixture that we sieved out, and I'm just going to put some like a jam so that I use as much as I can, and then people can dip their French toast into there. In my opinion, that looks really, really good. Now time to serve. So now my dad is trying my food.
That is incredible. That toast is to die for. Brilliant, Josh. Well done.
Thank you. Okay, so that's the food all done. I just need to go off and pack away now. But hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you liked seeing me make some food and then go from farm where we picked the strawberries to fork where my dad and I tasted the food at the end. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you like this kind of content, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye.